Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as Germany episode number 30. And look at this, the Falkland Islands is now owned by the US, and look at this, the Marshall Islands are now owned by Italy. Which certainly does give us, at least in our own heads or in Admiral Torturpitz's head, casus belli against the Italians. However, we've actually shifted our efforts towards the Russians right now. I don't mind if we don't go to war immediately with the Italians or even at all. I mean, do want to go eventually, I guess, but it'll give them a little bit more time to absorb the value, which is basically nothing anyway, from the Marshall Islands. But if we're gonna make them risk losing it, even though it's not something they had, before I edited it in, if we're gonna make them risk it, then they might as well get some benefit out of having it for a little bit first. So I have reported as well the top heaviness of the situation here. I don't know if it's, I don't know if anything will come of it. Okay, anyway, so we had one person say that I accidentally did the Rhineland. By the way, the Rhineland, her name herself, probably should be Germanized. Yeah, she's all or nothing. Probably should be Germanized to have R-H-E-I. Yeah. But it's not done that way. That's okay. I might even rename the Rhinelands to the Rhineland. It's too late to change the class, but maybe I'll rename this one to the Rhineland. Like so. So just as a reminder that that's probably how it should be spelled, because that's the German spelling. Although we spell it in English, we spell it with the way we would pronounce it, which is R-H-I-N-E. Okay, so let's move on. Interesting. So this is still the all-forward guns. Still a very scary vessel. Okay, gradual improvement of armor quality. Good. And better submarines. Good. Torpedo bomber. Do we want to buy it? Better range, significantly better range, better speed, better bomb load. Reliability, we don't know. We'll hit okay, but reliability of good is probably going to be the winner in the end. So we have two medium bombers going on right now. One's being developed, one is... Well, this one being developed is better in every way, so we'll obsolete the previous one. I don't know if it was actually better in every way. We probably should have actually given that a chance to see. But, okay, so this fighter has poor reliability. I know that we've had a hard time getting a fighter with firepower. I don't know why it's so hard. It's the first priority every time, but it's still hard to get. So we'll try this one more time. It is 1930, so yeah, it should be time for us to be able to pick up the firepower a little bit. And I think we have the ability to even request dive bombers now, although I obviously just passed up the opportunity doing that. So I kind of want to see how this reliability is, which means unfortunately we have to wait for it to go into service first. Could be a while. Okay, this is the... what? Battleship under construction? I believe this is a refit then. We would be happy to take that on. Aircraft bombing of ships. Enables air bombing of ships with light bombs. Okay, so this is dive bombers. Well, or moves with the dive bombers. Also in lockstep with it, another shipboard aircraft operations research breakthrough. Lower risks of landing, so we have improved arrestor wires, so decreased risk of accidents on landing. Our air bases can now build 60 aircraft. I'm not sure which ones we're going to want to do that. Basically, my idea right now is to build build bases, and then only populate them with only naval, flying boats, just for the ASW, for the scouting. I don't know if we'll want to end up putting them some torpedo bombers in there to get some more effect out of them. Really not sure. So the Sternbringers are just about online, which is good to see. Yeah, we'll sell the US stuff. Apparently, by the way, I've been now informed that the reason why we weren't seeing any benefits of our tech trading with the US is that now goes into the log. You don't get a pop-up for it. So it would be here. I haven't really been keeping track of these logs. You know, probably, I mean, in some games it's really important to read these logs, and I've just gotten kind of used to seeing the things here and noticing that they're not that important. So I've kind of forgotten about them. Another thing to consider, we guess we don't really have the budget for it, not for a little while longer, but very soon we will have the budget to do something. Probably build some more Rhinelands. This is a little bit weird, I may even preemptively start building some more Rhinelands. We know that we want them. And I know that, oh god, they're going to want to build the Rhineland class. Okay, forget it. We'll change you back to the Rhineland because otherwise I'm going to have to fight that the whole time. Now we can build, and it should give me, there we go. Air, and what was the other one? Oh, no, sorry. I still have, damn it. Whoop. Still have 2. Oh, good, that didn't show anything anyway. Good. I still have 2, which you would have seen if you go back and pause the video. One right here. And one right here. Now I can take these off my supporters. Oh, never mind. It's already. Okay, good. Then the Rhineland carriers are all done. Good. So that means that we can actually get, yeah, the Aryan. Era. I don't know how we would say it in German. Good, so we have plenty of fleet carriers coming out. And if you're worried about this budget, I am too. I'm just really counting on these Sternbringers to finish very quickly. I'm very happy with the Sternbringer. Speed of 24 could have been a little bit better, but... Oh my gosh! Wow. Well, fortune really has favored us here. For a second time in a row in this series, our Dreadnought has been faster than it was designed to be, which is amazing. This will probably bring us to war, but we'll do it. Nope, not yet, which is going to give our Sternbringers a little bit more time to come into action. And now they are speed of 25. Perfect. Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful news. Now we have absolutely no idea who our opponent's going to be, so... But it doesn't matter. The only short-range ships we have... Okay, not the only ones, but... Some of these need to get going over to Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia. We could always design new Bratwurstels. We could design a Bratwurstel Mark II. I know that the refit should say that, but this would actually be an entirely new class. And we can design a new Gluckstadt because of the little bug we had. 3 ASW is still pretty good, and obviously the great news about that, the maintenance is so cheap for the good ASW protection, so I'm happy about that. Plus, we're going to get a lot of ASW when... these Slicktings really need to be refit. Okay, so, yes, these are ready to go, so let's refit these. Oh, we don't know what we're going to do with those Mosels. Okay, let's refit their Slicktings, which are very important. Get them with the Advanced Director to have a little bit of space remaining. We're not going to do anything too fancy here. I think that we should clear the mounts. These are, I would say it's worthy for them not to have those. We'll drop the anti-aircraft guns for now. We can kick up the number of mines. We'll drop the mines down to nothing for the moment, just so we can add some surface-mounted torpedoes. This is actually probably going to take up the rest of our tonnage. Oh yeah. Oh yes it is. Okay, so we can't do this. Let's decrease this by a little. Okay, good. Then we can still get 10 mines at least, and we might as well just go right to 15. And that seems like it's a good refit to me. We can get direct, well, we don't need anything. Always in the back of my mind, I had the idea to move these to have some kind of anti-aircraft. All we've done in this refit is actually eliminate that, but we've gone for them using torpedoes now. It's hard to say. Okay, so triple mounts is, we still want that. I'm going to move it forward. It might look a little better. It does. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, boy, I think this is still a really, really, really good light cruiser, especially because we have to consider the rest of the world is not building light cruisers, really. Okay, so we're missing a little bit of foreign station. Does this solve the problem? It does. Okay, we'll leave that as it is for now. I don't know what I'm doing. The Graf Zeppelin, what's her allotment as far as air groups go? So the Graf Zeppelin has 15 fighters. I think that's still okay. Let's take a look at the... somebody pointed out, I should have noticed this, that I was looking at numbers for the light carriers and thinking, oh my gosh, one of them is going to be like 30,000 or something. No, it's just because even if they show in service, and the tonnage of the carriers is not exactly this number divided by this, because if any of them are being refit or rebuilt, it does not show here, but the tonnage still shows. So that's a little bit weird, and probably we should just ask Frederick to fix that, because it can be a little misleading. Even if these numbers were inaccurate a little bit, I had a comment recently asking why those numbers are accurate, because it seems like it's immersion breaking for you to know exactly the tonnage. But I guess the chips are pretty hard to hide. I remember that there was a whole, in prior to World War I, during this dreadnought building scare from the Germans, for the people in Great Britain, they've even had some people learning about the building of turrets and stuff before ships were even laid out. And if you lay out a ship, it's very hard to hide unless you're trying to camouflage your shipyards, your dockyards. But they even had people finding out about the building of turrets and guns. So you can see how hard it would be to actually obscure how many ships you have. It's not a very easy thing to hide. So anyways, the Sternbringers are coming out. Again, a little bit funny that the Sternbringer, the namesake herself, is not the first ship out, but that's fine. I don't know what else we wanted to do. The Bismarck, Grindum, and the Sternbringer. She's now... And we're at war with Italy. Oh, God. It happened. Okay. And it looks like we're going to have a fleet battle. Well, this should be interesting because we actually control the Baltic states. If you remember in our first war with Russia, we took it from them. And you have to know that Finland is keenly in our minds a target. So, although the British control Norway. Anyways, this battle, how much time do we have left in this video? Well, plenty of time, but we're going to get started with this one. And who do we have with us? Okay, we do have all of our Fire Drakas. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh no. Oh no. We do have 3. No, those are the Gneisenau's. We have 0 of our new latest. They're still working up. So we'll get them into the fight later. But right now we don't have anyone. We don't have any of our newest. Can't even remember it. The Stormbringers. Stormbringers. Yeah, so air ranges. Okay, so this is interesting. This is showing it for the bases. Based on the best information we have. Wait, do we have any carriers here? So we do have a carrier. We do! We do have a carrier. Okay, so that means I'm exceptionally happy we didn't send this off too quickly. I just am going to guess that they're not back where we are. That would not really make sense. So let's narrow down the left one a little bit. Something like this. Obviously the range is going to be a lot less than that. Probably something like this, but right, we might even go a little bit more. Can we make you 60? How about 6? How about 5, 5? Just, I don't want to, okay, and this one, let's make her 2, 6, 2. We can probably make this 5, 7. The aircraft is going to scout in this area, and I think that that's fine. We might even want them to go a little bit less distance. We'll put a heavy cap up, because I don't think we're going to need escorts, and I'd rather not lose any ships to any of their air bases. Okay, yeah, because there's no... Yeah, we won't need escorts because I don't think that they have aircraft carriers. But that's not true, actually. Russia might be the nation that has them. I seem to recall that they... Yeah, they do have 2. Well, this could end up being quite a fun little fight. We'll launch those. We'll see what else is available for us right now. Okay, so we have air bases, and we didn't actually enable any... flying boats at these other naval bases yet, which is okay. We'll miss them the first month of action, but they'll be in action after this. So the Graf Zeppelin's going to deploy right, or she's going to run right towards our battle cruisers doing her initial launches. So, and that's very nice. Actually, it shows medium bomber, torpedo bomber, and dive bomber, although we don't have dive bombers. But our torpedo bombers have some good range. Actually, what torpedo bombers are we using? I don't even know what are you? No, you won't. I can't tell what you are. Range, here we go. Range light, perfect. So 199, 124. These are the older ones, but that's okay. Whoa, how do we get over there? Not what I wanted to click, but anyway, let's actually progress the battle. So the Graf Zeppelin should turn west to launch her aircraft. Our air bases are going to be launching their airships. And there goes our recon. We do want this to be a pretty slow progression for the ships because I believe that our aircraft will be reporting things a little bit delayed, so we don't want to run into the ships. We'd like to know that information first. And one of them got away late. And one of the things we haven't really done, by the way, is invest in... let's pause here for a second. We have not invested in float plane scouts from our cruisers or anything like that. And considering the general lack of... the general lack of cruisers with float plane scouts for our enemies. I mean, the general lack of cruisers of our enemies. So just because nobody's really building, there's not that many heavy cruisers, and there's just surprisingly few light cruisers. It means that we can probably build light cruisers that are not as focused on combat. They just need to be good enough to destroy destroyers. Now, how do I want to play this? Well, I think my best ships are actually my battle cruisers. These fire Drakas are just amazing ships. Essentially, they are these Blukers. Wait a second. That's right. What was I laughing about these 20-knot ones? I thought that these were... In my head, I had these pegged as the Hohenzollerns. But these are the Blukers. They're extremely trustworthy. In fact, they're in some ways... Actually, I guess the Fire Draker's better because of 4-inch deck. But I mean, these are... Oh, man. We have with us here just a very formidable, I would say, a very formidable... Oswin is also a firetracker? Oh, this is great. I think all the firetrackers are here. What a battle this will be. So I'm going to slow these guys down to give the other ones a chance to catch up. Now, you guys are coal firing if I'm not mistaken, but I think I can get you up to 17. No harm done. Just so you can catch up a little bit faster. Don't want to stress those stokers too much this early. Get the Graf Zeppelin to kind of pull back a little bit as well. Sit more in between or even behind. We have any reports yet? We do. Okay. So I think we just immediately launch an attack. 11:57, 12:05. Yeah. And this makes sense that they'd be coming this way. So let's ready them. Okay, so we can get... Oh, wow, we can get 23? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Let's ready the entire strike. I guess the fighters will stay. Okay, so fine, let's ready this strike. I do want them to go, though. I want them ready. Okay, well, we won't do it. Ready the strike. Have we seen any airplanes? I don't think so. So what I want to do then is get my battle cruisers to turn away. Get the Zeppelin. She's going to want to continue to push west, and she will because that's the direction she'll turn once we get her to launch. So we need to buy a little bit of time before we run into these guys. I know that I have the Oswin kind of chugging along. Somewhat intentional, but... Ooh. So they do have some cap, I think. They shot down one of our aircraft. Oh, we have parasite fighters. I forgot about that. Oh god, this is actually going to be a hard list to navigate. So they need how much more time? 17. Oh man, they really did up the time to... Which makes sense, by the way. I'm not complaining. It was a little bit too quick previously. So the thing is, we can probably win this fight directly if we just go in. Like, why do I want to use my carriers? We can win without them. If I'm not mistaken. They do have 16-inch guns, 8 of them. This is formidable. Only one of those, and then 14-inch guns. Okay, some more. Ooh, this is a very strange configuration, 8 16-inch guns. I mean, I think we would just outgun them. I think that we are just purely, plain and simple, the superior fleet. Although I did not look at their battle cruisers. They are using a lot of 16-inch guns. Alright, well, if we can get some damage done, let's keep our fleet kind of close together now that I'm a little bit worried about the situation here. Silence is not because I'm trying to ignore you guys. I'm just processing some stuff. And I should vocalize what I'm processing. I'm trying to figure out if it's better to attack them or not. I'm a little worried that I'm relying on this poor Zeppelin a little too much. We have a pretty good cap, though. Aha. Okay, so they do have... Okay. Okay. So that's what happened. The patrol planes went right through their path. They're on their way back now. Click. Yeah, we do want to launch then. 12:05. Why aren't they giving me a time? Okay, which one of these is south? This is annoying. Which one of these was south and which one of them was... So you're southeast. So the southeast one is the one we want? Yeah, okay, southeast. Southeast. Good. And I guess just launch. They're 38 nautical miles away. They're very close. Launch. And once they go in, we have a heavy cap. We intentionally put a very heavy cap up. And I'm not regretting that decision right about now. So part of me thought, what if we sneak some battle cruisers around? Oh, well, we're not going to have that chance, are we? Okay, we're going to do a full turn, and we're going to form up our line. That's a little bit messy. Here we go. This is, I believe, the light cruisers. No, it's not. Alright, let's get everyone up to... Your squad max is that, so we'll take you down to 19. 18 for that one, 19. You guys need to get up to 20. Let's call it 23. To take advantage of some speed. 20, 23. Alright, and Ostwind, you are going to make like your namesake and move west. I guess the Ostwind is out of the west. But nonetheless, you're going to move west. Okay, we've landed a hit. And they're turning in, which is going to be good for us. We have taken one hit on a blucher. Penetrated our belt extended. Now those actually had belt extended armor, funny enough, so. I would have suspected these to be battle cruisers. But yes, they are. Okay, so we're dealing with some big guns here. It's going to be very important that we take these out. And I haven't yet designated my escorts as manual control. They're doing an okay job for now. As long as they don't get in the way to... Okay, well these guys are getting in the way, so unfortunately you're going to have to go to manual control. I think they know they're just taking a while to get out of the way, so... Oh, wow, so one of the battlecruisers... Ah, wow, so we do have our work cut out for ourselves here. Now, is the Grass Zeppelin launching? Is she launching? What is up with our aircraft? Oh, they're not flying yet. Okay. So they'll get there soon then. Alright, so Blucher's taking a hit. Belts are being stopped though. Kirov, Ishmael, and Ishmael. Which is a lighter battle cruiser. This is going to be a battle. Oh boy. And if you haven't already guessed it, Ostwind is going to be taking it on herself to go after those light cruisers. Those light carriers, I mean. Boy, we are close. It's a new one, Franza class. Wow. It's a lot of stuff. The torpedo bombers should be coming in soon, too. Are they turning away? They don't want to fight? Or what's the deal here? And that looks like another set of big guns. Wow, this is one hell of a fleet battle. We're going to radio over to them to keep their distance to the west. Now, if they'll let us, I'm actually okay with taking the east side since the wind is coming out of the west-northwest, so we will gain an advantage fighting from the east-southeast, although it won't be much. It's still going to be something. We have some... I like that these hits are happening, but not too much damage is going down. It's a good sign for our effectiveness long into the fight. We are landing some good shells. Good ships. We're landing some good ships. Doesn't make much sense. Alright, the naval strikes are getting out. The recons are leaving. Now, again, this is... I don't know if it's in visual range, but you probably would be able to make sense of this situation pretty easily. You'd fly over your huge lines, which you probably could recognize or even would know that since they're closer to you, they are yours. And then you would say, okay, that huge line firing at my line is mine. But let's see what the AI does here with this naval strike. Will they do something sensible or not? That's the question. We are landing some good hits now. Conning tower hit. Hey, this is the first time in a long time a conning tower was hit, but she's okay because even though a conning tower is only 10 inches, I guess it was enough. Sometimes it is. This is like basically for all the marbles. My goodness. Doing a really good job so far. I think we're favored in the grand scheme. Let's bring the Graf Zeppelin back. Is she done launching? She's maybe not. Oh, she might be, people might be landing. Be interesting to see these airships get involved. 6 inch, 6 inch, 16 inch, which is nice. And a couple hits, unfortunately, on us. But look at that. Takes a hit on the turret. Does not even disable the turret. Fantastic. Oh boy, not a very good turn for us, unfortunately. And I gotta say, the arena von Hohenzollern has been targeted, it appears. Okay, she's through that. So where are these? They should be approaching the target. They are. They're gonna do it. Okay, so this is interesting. What will happen next? Oh wow, that's a lot. Turret top, good. We're good there. 2 hits on these a little bit weaker dreadnoughts. A couple hits on the Ismail, which has actually lost a turret now. That's good to see. Hits here. What's their turret top? I don't know the turret top, but 12 inches probably represents a low turret top as well. So we should be having some advantage there. Here's the airships and their parasite fighters. I wonder what they'll be doing with those. We're turning in. We're going to start making our way towards this last reported position of the light carriers. Oh, wow. Critical hit on the Rhine. 2 adjacent turrets damaged. What the frickin' heck? My goodness. What a terrible hit. Tirpitz also took some damage here. We don't see what kind of damage we're getting done, though. I mean, if we see a turret being destroyed on the other side, we could be getting lucky with those events. Oh, here comes our 16 dive bombers, though. I'm so excited. Please just get your job done. And here comes these recon airships. Okay, perfect. Are they going to do something, though? I've never seen them actually do something. I've actually never, in Rule Waves 2, seen airships drop bombs. It's, you know, supposed to be possible, but I don't personally know that. First-hand experience has not told me anything about that yet. Okay. Probably missing. And look, they're going to have a hard time deciding what they want to do, right? Because they can only do, you know, they have dual-purpose guns. There's only have, you have to choose what you're aiming at. Meanwhile, the Oswin continues her journey up the east coast of this island, making her way towards the last known position of the reported Russian light carriers. Very good hits in this last minute. And when will these dive bombers, or I should say torpedo bombers, do their thing? Have they already done their thing? Oh no, they are literally over the target. Maybe it just takes them a while to get there since they're, you know, slow. Guessing that's the case. Yeah, they're barely moving fast. I mean, they're moving like just like swordfish style. And these guys have missed the target. They might be going for the other light carrier. I don't know. So we're still getting a... It looks like we're doing more damage than we're taking right now, which is good. And I'm still waiting on these torpedo bombers, who appear to be going for the battle cruisers. And fine by me. Those are the ones who go... It's easiest to run away, so... We can destroy them. It'll make the rest of them an easier mop-up job. What are you trying to do? Are they trying to land or something? Because, yeah, I guess so. Alright, when you're done, though, can you... It would be great if they actually return to their previous formation after they're done. Oh, God. Bridge destroyed. Not good. Just go ahead and fall out of line. That's fine. When are these naval bombers going to get their job done? Oh my God, electric power disabled. These are several bad things in a row. And we're overtaking here, which is also bad on my part. I really got to stop waiting for these. You know, those torpedo bombers, if they were to do something, I would recommend they do it now, while the rest of our line is getting eaten up. I'm going to have to do some wild turning here to try to... What are they doing? Are they like trying to get in position for a run? You're back up, I guess? Man, we're taking a lot of hits in the last couple minutes here. What are these torpedo bombers doing? We do have an ace up our sleeve, of course. We always, if we need... can send in our escorts, but I would prefer not to this early. Looks like that whole situation has cleared itself up. my gosh. Are they bugged? What is going on? The frickin' heck, man. Okay, well, I guess it shows that aircraft are just garbage. Aircraft carriers are useless. If you can't control... I mean, if the aircraft are going to do what they're supposed to, what's the point? What we'd like to see is new reports about the light carriers, which should be somewhere up here. Just no idea. Let's get you guys back into position. Alright, let's turn off these names. Should have done that already. 18, 18. Let's get you guys up to 19 all. So these guys are just going to overrun. Okay, they're at 19. That's fair. You guys are at 21, but you'll get up to 19 eventually. Lots of good damage going down. Let's... I don't know what's going on with the damn night. The naval strike. But it looks like this video is almost ready to come to a close, and it's, you know, not ideal place in which we're going to choose. We don't have to look at Rome wasn't conquered in a day, or it wasn't built in a day. I guess it wasn't. I guess it was conquered. Okay, so let's say that Rome was not built in a day. We probably don't want to destroy every single one of these, or try to destroy every single one of these all at one time. So we're obviously putting down some severe damage on this. Damn it, I just wanted to look at the class and it just became unidentified. Now there's a lot of ships out there still. Obviously our battle cruisers do have the capability to chase them down. And I know, by the way, I do know that we have a lot of very capable destroyers available to us, and I haven't utilized them yet. Wait. Air combat. Parasite fighter attacks. Where is this happening? I would really like to know where their recon is, because if it's right here, which it very well could be, they're actually saving me from being detected. So I believe this is a battleship which is already going down. She's obviously going very slow. Well, actually, just keep going this way. So she's a goner. Okay, there's some other ones. Let's get this line formed back up now. And just like that, the battle is going to continue. Our line, so it looks like the line, the battle lines have not broken yet, which is good. I want to stay in contact. I want to do more damage. I want this guy to get up here and find more things to hit. And we can kind of cycle units in and out too. Oh yeah. And honestly, this might be a better time to actually force my destroyers to engage. We are in torpedo range, so let's be very cautious about that and take a defensive route away before they can get any closer. I'm kind of eating a few shells, but the good news is we're, thankfully, now that we control the Baltic states, we're actually very close to our own port. Another thing I didn't really think about, but is hugely important with taking the Baltic. Okay, this we don't want to go in quite yet, so let's try to maintain some form. Oh, it wouldn't be the worst time. Okay. And there's another unidentified ship. Okay, well, it means we're going to have to turn back a little bit more again. Yeah, that one's the one that's already dying, right? We're going to lose them again in the poor visibility. But I think we're going to go ahead and put this, call this to a close here. I mean, this first episode, obviously, we have more of this battle left. Plenty more left in us. I feel pretty good about the way things have gone so far. It might be time, it seems early, but I'm actually going to say squad max up to 20 even, because we do have plenty of battle cruisers who can help chase down. So the role of the dreadnoughts is now no longer do we actually need to conserve our engines for the end game, because our end game is now battle cruisers. So that's the good news. And maybe this group of battle cruisers can break off and just destroy that battle cruiser line. I believe that is what that is coming in. Still the Graf Zeppelin. We can probably at least no longer can we do anything with those. You know, it's a little bit funny actually. It's interesting that the weather conditions don't even allow you to. Oh wow, we're getting close. Yeah, actually torpedo range is less than visibility range. This is probably a bad idea, and what ends up being a good idea, by the way, when's nighttime? Still a couple hours away. We can probably tell that by this. 3 hours and 20 minutes. So we do have plenty of time, but the low visibility, probably because of the light rain starting at some point. That might be a good time for our destroyers to act. Definitely pull away with everyone for a moment. Except for these guys who appear to be in good shape. No new reports up here, which is a little unfortunate, in my opinion. Really grilling whatever this one is. Yeah. So I think we've avoided the potential torpedoes. We've done a pretty good job about that this entire battle. Well, I mean this whole series, this whole campaign in general. Torturpus' well-disciplined German sailors have done a very good job avoiding potential torpedoes. Really just being very cautious about moving back when we're potentially under torpedo fire. So I'm going to call this video to a close here. I mentioned I might, and I'm making good on my threat. Will the Ostwind find the Russian light carriers? Who knows? What will happen with the rest of the Russian battle fleet? Will we be able to sink them? Also, just a big question mark for now. So until the next episode, thanks for watching and take care.